Hey, this is Kasey up at Schafer Chevrolet in Pinconning. Nice to talk to you. I just spoke about this 05 Suburban. I was going to show you around it a little bit here. So like I said on the phone, it's definitely rusty. Like what you're seeing there and on the wheel wells. Like the bottom of the doors. Just wanted you to see like the extent of that, because that is probably the main reason why it's as cheap as it is. And then of course, it is 18 years old. It's got just about 210,000 on it. But the good news on this one is, for the miles, the price, all this stuff considered, I just took it for a drive, and it runs and drives, shifts, stops really well. Tires are, pretty decent shape too. Like, there seems to be a pretty fair amount of tread. They're probably in the second half of their life from the looks of it, but I don't think you'd have to like immediately go put tires on it by any means. I'm going to give you a listen here. It's got the 5.3 liter V8. There's no check engine lights on or any other lights on the dash at all. I don't hear anything like concerning or abnormal as far as the motor goes. And granted, I'm not a mechanic, but like if I hear a rod knocking in there, I usually can make stuff like that out, so I don't hear anything like that. And as far as I can tell and see here, like everything looks to be in order under the hood. Battery doesn't look that old. So there's a little shot of under the hood for you. Now, the interior, this is what I was saying. I was super impressed because the interior is actually in pretty darn good shape. Like, you look at the seats here, the cloth, the upholstery on it. It's actually really clean for, from what I'm used to seeing these types of vehicles in. You could probably use a little vacuuming, and that's really the main thing. Just go through it with a vacuum, and but there's no like major stains or anything on the seats or the headliner, all that kind of stuff. So there's your hitch, and then you got light hookups back here, and then you got all this room behind this seat in the back. And then of course you could take that third row seat, the bench seat, out too, and have even more space in the back. A couple things just to be mindful of: the running boards are a little wobbly, from the rust. It's the same way on the driver's side, so I don't know if just take them off, maybe be better off to just do that. I did test out on the windows, the locks, all that stuff's working. The power mirror on the driver's side wasn't working, but on the passenger side, the power part of the mirror works. Of course, you can just adjust it manually. So yeah, I just wanted to get you a good look-see at the vehicle. If you got any other questions, let me know. Oh, that's another thing. That looks like the radio, there's no radio in it. But like the heat and all that stuff was working good. So I'll get you one shot of up underneath it too. The only thing I did notice when I drove it is, like, at 25-30 miles an hour, there is a little bit of a vibration, and then it goes away as soon as you get to like above 30-35 miles an hour. So there is some rust on the frame, as was expected, but again, that's mainly why it's only $1,900 too. So it's sort of a unique car in the fact that, for all its wear and tear on the exterior, the interior seems really good. And then, like I said, here's a shot of the dash, and there's no lights on. I'll put on the accelerator and have a listen. And then like if, you know, like the temperature, oil pressure, voltage, all that stuff is right where it should be as far as the readings on it. So let me know if you have any other questions. But otherwise, I think this thing's got some serious potential for you know, really big money saver, and you know, to do what you need it to do to pull a trailer around. I think this has a serious potential to be able to do that for you. So I will talk to you soon. Thanks again for calling.